That's nice. Yeah.
How has voice acting changed since you first started back in the early 2000s to now?
Great question. Specifically in video games. Well, first of all, quick answer, animation, so much more is in streaming, and there's so much more material, but residuals aren't quite as good. Gaming is my better answer for y'all is, when I started, when I was off that show, Port Charles, a guy who worked on it had told me, because then you go do, every actor does JAG and CSI Miami, you do those things and you're trying to find the next thing. I tested for new shows that you didn't get, whatever. And a friend of mine said, hey, you're always goofing around with us doing the voices, you should talk to my voiceover agent. So I went and met with them, and they were like, yes, I did this demo tape, and they signed me, and off we went. They said, listen, it's really hard animation, breaking in, but video games, if you're open to that. I said, it's tough because it's 4 hours screaming, and you just pay the base rate. And I'm like, what is that? And they go, it's $750. And I'm like, well, I'm going to scream at my kids for 4 hours for free, so I might as well take that. What was interesting though is I literally felt like the voiceover at that time was like, grenade, get down, just its direction. But I felt it was like part of the sound design. It wasn't about me, it was about the games. And I came from a theater background, after college and everything, and bouncing around. In New York, I just said, this is what I'm gonna do, and I started doing theater. And there's an old adage is that the play is the thing. It's about the story, it's about the player, not about you. And you were part of sound design. And my thing was like, I don't want you as the gamer to, oh, I know who that is. You just wanted to be, oh, that's some soldier, that's some alien, whatever. And what happened is it slowly got so much more, it got deeper. Narrative storytelling started to become a thing. And I had done so many jobs. And I tell people, with any job you do, be the guy people want to work with. And I always, somebody told me once, it's easier to be 15 minutes early than on time. I live by that. Because I hate being late. And then have a good time. Make people laugh, because it's a good time for me too, and it keeps me free. And then try to finish early so they can get home to their kids or get to lunch early before the next session they have to do. And they will hire you again. And with no residuals in gaming and stuff like that, it was a volume business. So do more. And I have a pretty good range of different kind of voices I could do, and accents. So I became kind of a go-to guy. So when it became more narrative and they started getting a little more layered in, they were like, oh, but he's also an actor, which I also tell people, I want to be a voice actor. It's like, be an actor. Be an actor first. It doesn't matter how many voices you can do, be an actor first. And I was at the right place at the right time, which is so much how life is. That when that started, then they got into motion capture, and they're like, hey, you've been on camera stuff, so this would be. I'm like, yeah. And then I tell people, motion capture is like high-paid theater. There's nothing. It's paid theater. High-paid is great because it's just one of those things. So I've been blessed to just see this. How this has risen to become the art form it is today. Things like Uncharted, Last of Us, these great games with great storytellers, amazing people who make it all happen, and it's enjoyed by so many people. So yeah, it's crazy.